Okay, everyone, so we are in Blacktide Den. We are going to be attempting to do this mission. There's been some questing in between. I have that recorded. I don't know if that's going to come out before this. It probably all should have just been a live stream, to be fair. Because, like, questing, I don't know that you guys actually want to watch a video on it. But I'm going to do that anyway. I'll string it all together somehow, speed through everything, try to get it down to like a 10 or a 20 minute video. It's only, you know, like 8 hours worth of work. But I'm bringing in for this mission. I worked with a very close friend building out some of the hero builds using my very limited options as far as skills. All of the skills that you see on these two monks, which is the ones I was most worried about, they are available to anybody who started in Nightfall. And if you spend your points properly, your hero skill points, you can get these builds put together. It's nothing super crazy, but it'll be a good start for us to get out and start doing these things. Added to that, one of the things that my friend told me to do next time I make a character, and hopefully this will help y'all as you start on this journey if you decide to do it for yourself. But when you do the second profession choosing, go ahead and do all of the profession quests. I should have done it just for the experience, but it also unlocks skills, and on an account that's so new with so few unlocked skills, those skills are valuable. Valuable? They're valuable. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. They really can change the way the game is played. So I'm missing a few skills that I could have had completely for free. And it's something that, you know, now at this point, I'm looking back, I'm like, shoot, absolutely, you're right. Not paying enough attention. So I'll be working on some kind of resolution to that. I'm not sure if it's going to break my internal moral rules to make a new character that's like just a monk and go ahead and unlock those monk skills, the starter skills in each one of the campaigns. Weighing those options right now, I don't feel like I need them, so I'm probably not going to do it, but we will have to see what happens as this kind of progresses along. It may become more necessary, it may become less necessary. Once I have the ability to change my profession, my second profession, I can go through and I can buy all the skills that I would need. Yeah, it's going to require money, but at that point, hopefully, I'll be level 20. I should be able to start focusing a little bit on building a build that I can use to farm and getting to an area that I feel comfortable farming in. Whether that's like a Vatir farm or maybe it's a little bit more along the lines of like raptor farming, something like that. But I will find a farm at some point, and then money will become less of an issue than it is right now. So here we are. The only thing I think I'm going to do before starting this is we have here an armor trader. So this armor trader has the next level of gear. So as you can see, this is for 55 armor, and I'm using 40. So basically 15 extra armor per piece, so 15 times 5, 75 extra armor. That's a decent amount of damage reduction. What I'm trying to figure out is whether I can actually afford it. So if I come to my bank, will it sustain this kind of a purchase? Monetarily, I can afford it fairly easily if I have all of the materials. Now, I have been doing a decent job at making sure that I am salvaging everything and keeping the raw materials. If you look at my material bank, I'm not doing bad, but I'm not doing great. You see here I only have 29 tanned hides. Well, this is 9 all in and of itself. So I'm going to do some math real quick, figure out how much of everything I need to actually build this out, and then I'll get back to you and let you know where we're at from there. So I also have bags that have some stuff in them, and I'm salvaging this stuff out to see. Like here I got 10 more square hide or tanned hides, putting me up to 39. That should actually be enough for me to get the armor. And again, with the money not being as big of an issue, like I should be okay. But we're about to find that out. So if I come back to the armor trader, so if I do Istani, which is what I'm currently running, I'll need cloth and the tanned hide squares. Now I have plenty of cloth. I've got 88 cloth. The tanned hide squares are where it comes in. So let's see, we need 3, 9 is 12, 15, 18, 24, 27. So actually we can make it without any issue. Now I am kind of curious about the sun spear, just because it's using iron instead, but I do have less iron than I do cloth, so we are going to stick with the Istan setup. Let's see. I do think I'm going to stick with the Scythe Mastery for now, just because it's going to add to my damage output a little bit better if I come in here and I look. I mean, I could do Mysticism up to 8, but I'm really trying to stick to 9 with my Scythe Mastery so I can put on a max damage item. So we'll go ahead and we'll pick up that. There's the hood. Here's the robes. Vambraces. Leggings. And shoes. So we've picked up all of that. I've still got 15 tanned hides left over. That was 1 full K spent. I need to pull my health piece right off of there because I'm going to need that on this one. And that can go bam right on me. Up and up and up and up. Now I am going to salvage these, but I'm just double checking to make sure. And it does look like I've got the right ones down here. It doesn't amount to a whole lot in like extra tanned hide squares, but it was a little bit. It was something that was there. Now I've got 3K. And the other thing that we have in here is a I thought we had a rune trader. Material, maybe we don't have a rune trader, but I do believe there is a rune trader back in Commandant. We are also going to check out these weapons real quick and see if there's a max damage weapon in here that we might be able to use. It looks like everything is requiring 7, which means that we're probably not at max damage. Where's that Sun Touch Scythe? Yeah, it's a 7. Now it's 10 to 31. What's the current damage that we're doing? I mean, 10 to 31 versus 9 to 21. That's a big break in damage dealt. If we look at Dunkoro, using a level 5 Divine Favor Rod, if we come in here, Fire Magic, Air Magic, those are all Divine Staff. So again, here we are looking at 10 to 17, a 15% chance on recharge, still no inscription, but that's okay. Do we have one of these for Prot? So yeah, there's a Prot one that we could be putting on to Talcora, who's currently running this setup right here. So this could add to our abilities. I do think, just for simplicity's sake, it's probably worth doing it. I could be completely wrong and wasting money here, but I feel like this is worth the time to try. These are not salvageable, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete them. The Holy Branch for the healing prayers, we're going to pick that up. We're going to go into Dunk. We're going to give Dunk a new weapon. Upgrades for them. Acolyte Susuke. He's running this kind of a setup. And it's got 20 extra health. I think I'm going to leave that be for now. Koss. His sword is a level 8. I actually need to take a look at his build and see, because we're looking at 9 swordsmanship, and he needs something that's strength based. So Shield of the Lion, give him 13 and plus 20 health. This is 10 and plus 15 health. I think we're going to stick with what we got there. Maloney, what I'll do is we're going to do this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's this untouched scythe that I will take, and you know what? We're just going to salvage that guy out. We have plenty of materials. We're going to buy 2 of these. It's probably not necessary because we'll probably be upgrading soon. I may have been able to get them for free, but I want to just try to make some quick adjustments to the amount of outputs that we're getting. I almost hate the idea of looking at how much money I have left now. It's still 3K, so we're not doing terrible. Do a quick trip over to Commodon and see what we got going on. Like I said, there should be a rune trader over here. Rare materials, armor material, Is it over in this early area? Rune trader right there. Oh, we got stuck on an NPC. Here we go. Now here I am going to be selfish. I'm going to focus on my own armor if I'm doing anything. Oh, those have jumped up, and I should have done... Well, no, because the Scythe Mastery ones are still super expensive too. So it doesn't look like there's anything here that we're going to use. Let's check the non-attributed ones. So things like the Survivor insignia, I could add 25 health by putting 1 on my chest and 1 on my legs. This is an insignia, not a rune, so I can totally run those. Runes of Vigor, I can't really afford. Oh, I already have one, so I don't need it. Runes of Vite, I could afford. I don't know that I'm as worried about that. The Radiant Insignia is giving me the energy boost. That I'm going to buy 2 of because I would love to be sitting at 30 energy, at least as we sit right now. I think it would be helpful to me. So let's see, if I put 1 on the chest, boom, 28 energy, and this one needs to go on the legs, and I'll take care of that. I'm putting energy above health because I'm not having a whole lot of health concerns, but using Whirling Charge is costing me a little bit. The other thing we're going to do, this is the cheap option when it comes down to a Dervish. Dervishes are big enchantment users, so Windwalker's insignias are very useful. However, I can't afford 18k to go all out. But if I come and get these blessed insignias while I'm affected by an enchantment, it's plus 10. Yeah, I'm getting less, but I'm still getting more than I have now. So we're going to buy 3 of those. And this is just going to increase our armor by a little bit. That's pretty much, unfortunately, I think all I'm going to be able to afford to do given the current budget. But I do think it's got a fairly positive effect on how my armor rating should be looking right now. I mean, we can take a look at monk stuff. I'm just like really not sure. I mean, healing prayers, I guess that's fairly cheap, and prot isn't terrible, but it's not great. We're just gonna stick as we have it right now, and we're gonna head out back for that mission. I will be back as soon as we are ready to launch. Alright everybody, we're going to go ahead, we're going to kick off this mission. As you saw, I did some upgrades weapon-wise, I did some upgrades armor-wise, and I think we're going to be pretty well off to try to get this done. Masters for this mission is I have to kill 5 things that we will run into on the way. So it's not something I'm super concerned about. We will get it fairly simply. Alright. That's the first group down. We're going to keep on pushing through. I've got the mission map open for this just so that I can make sure that I actually fully get the bonus that I need to get and kill everything that I need. The map will just make this a little bit easier. If you are interested in just following along this video, you know, I should be doing it at a fairly regular pace. Depending on what kind of character you have, you may be like a little bit slower, a little bit faster, but it shouldn't be anything super crazy. You also probably will have better heroes than I do that can, you know, use better builds than what my heroes are currently running. Here I probably should have waited for my heroes to get their energy and their health back, but I didn't. But everything in here, it's not like crazy high level. There's enough of us that we outnumber them, so we should be good. I don't know, did I already kill? Yeah, there's the boss for this little group, and he's getting worked on. I'll be over there in a second. He's almost dead anyway. Taken care of. So that is that cutscene. So now we are dressed to match the Corsairs and hopefully be able to sneak through a little bit is the point of this mission. We're trying to trick them. So yeah. Now this right there, that ring call monitor, I think it's a ring call monitor. That is part of the bonus. There's 5 of them in here that we need to demolish. It should not take us very long. We should be more than able to do it. Scalefin. There's another not so trolly troll drop for us. I'll continue to refer to them as troll drops just because now they're dropping when I don't need them after all that time spent farming for them. It was in a live stream. Don't know if you saw it. I was working on a quest. Feast of the Boca. And I needed 2 of them so that I could have the scalefin soup, I believe is what it was for. But one of the watchers told me that the scalefin soup is actually kind of a useful personal con to take with you into the further game, so I will probably continue to do that. Alright, looks like we took care of everything. There's a little bit of gold back here. It's going to get divided by 8, so I think that means I'll get 3 gold from it. It's not a whole lot, but 3 gold is 3 gold, you know what I'm saying? So here we're going to run into Captain Bezos. He is the person that we are escorting / tricking. Not going to help us fight in any way. He's just going to let us kind of do our own thing. So we're going to kill this first group to get them moving and get them out of our way a little bit. But we are going to go off the beaten path here to get the bonus. So in just a minute, once these are all dead, we'll move on. Here we got a recurve bow. Once again, just getting bows. I don't need bows. I need like stuff for my current heroes. So right up here behind this shrine, there's a turnoff, and going up in this direction is going to lead us to 2 of the monitors that we need to kill for that bonus. and we'll go this way and around. There's a few other things in the area that we could be killing, but I'm trying to just get through this mission. I'm not super interested in like vanquishing the area, and I'll have to come back at some point and I'll have to do like the full mapping of the area, because, you know, cartographer is a thing that we're going to have to go for if we want to hit that Guam God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals title track, which is the entire reason that we're here. We're here to hit Guam. And the other one is right there, so once we kill this skill, we'll be able to move on. Oh, we got a level out of somebody. Somebody hit 14. Oh, maybe a couple of people hit 14. That would be fantastic. Just leveling them up as we go. Not upset about this. Go ahead, start attacking, start healing myself. While that happens, let's go ahead and take a look. So, gonna put that into Divine. Gonna put this into energy storage. Nothing. Cost, you got 12, and we're gonna put that right into strength. And that's it for who's leveled up in this area so far. We did. We killed the monitor. He is gone. It is gone. Time to move on for the next thing. There's the body. So we're just gonna make our way back down to the main mission line at this time. Coming back up on it. There is the captain, so we'll be good to go. And we're just going to continue to head straight down the map. If you guys couldn't hear, that was Tempe announcing herself. She has arrived in the room. Plopped herself down right next to her brother, Booth. There's another scale fin for us. More trolley drop, but I will take it. We're going to make so much scale fin soup. I think the scale fin soup grants you 1 health regen. Which, you know, it's not a whole lot, but hey, it's something. It's something. We'll go right in here. More scales to fight. Oh, we drew in scales from behind. Okay. That is a thing that we now have to deal with, but again, this is almost, once you can have 8 people in your party, it becomes just a lot easier. Just to make things a little bit easier still, I can add my fire imp. Coming up on the Corsairs, and we are about to get charged by these scales. So I'm putting on that first, and boom, we're going to drop our AoE damage. That was awesome. And we should be able to, there we go. We just took out like a vast majority of them in one swing. Little bits of gold. These guys are like low level, except for him right here. He is a boss monster. So here we go. We got our 2 bonus. And we picked up our gold. So we will move on to the next area, which is going to be right up and over here. Boss monster. Aside from playing video games, I'm a big fan of board games. I said boss monster, and it really, oh, another trolley drop. Really made me think of the board game called Boss Monster. If you haven't had the opportunity to play that, you should check it out. You basically build a dungeon and you compete with the other people at the table to see who can kill the most. Sorry, hiccup burps, whatever you want to call those. but whoever can kill the most heroes. It is very much like playing a DM. You know, you're always trying to kill your PCs. However, the heroes that you're trying to take out are NPCs. So there's that. For those of you who don't like to take out the PCs. You know, or maybe some of you don't even play D&D. You know, that's also an option. You don't have to play D&D. Oh, I love that. I love when I can swing my scythe and gain 75 health without actually doing anything. So coming up this way is the way to the other two missing mobs that we gotta kill. So we're gonna have to go through some of these scree here in order to get to them. But that is gonna be a fairly simple task to accomplish. Just kind of auto-attacking through here. We have a fairly potent party. As we get into fighting like bosses and stuff like that, we can worry more about whether we actually have to pay attention to our skills. But right now, this is fairly simple. As long as I keep my enchantments up, I keep my extra armor from the blessed insignias y'all saw me buying, and then I can pretty much be healing as I'm auto-attacking, and you know, that's more than enough healing for the kind of monsters we're fighting right now. Ooh, 3 scales. I don't think scales are anything that's super sought after. I don't think it's a material that I'm going to be able to sell to a player for very much. It's kind of maybe one of those things that's more of a waste of time trying to sell it to a player than the gold that it's worth. Now, saying that from an account such as this may be wrong, because I don't actually have a solid farmer that could be out there making more than what I'm spending trying to sell something like that in Commodon. And I'm sure there are people out there who need them for certain things. It might be an elite armor or something like that that's out there that uses them. But I don't think I've got to worry about hitting a stack of those anytime soon. So we'll worry about that when that time comes. Ooh, Dunkaroo, don't go down. We're gonna try to help Dunkaroo stay up. There we go, Dunk. Your health is coming back. That was close. Dunk almost took a nap on us there. It probably wouldn't have amounted to much, but that would have meant that Dunk lost his morale boost and had an 11% death penalty. I didn't realize that we drew in the boss group. There was another boss group up here carrying Glug Clug, who was another necrotic scale that was in here. But again, nothing to cap in here, especially because most of the bosses are necros, and we don't have necros. We can't even have Necro as a second profession yet. We got to get to the Ascended level so we can change our secondary professions. And once we do that, we will start building out builds for our heroes. But right now, without any ability to change second profession, and we went with a warrior. I was thinking I might be able to use some of the shouts as a warrior and stuff like that, but I don't know that I actually need them. When I'm looking at everything I've got going on as a dervish, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Make our way back to the main quest area, and then we will have our run-in with the big bad, and you know, see where we go from there. Ping's pretty low. There's Captain. So while we're in here, we're finishing this up. There's not going to be much left to do. And we'll have a little bit of time for me to talk about something that I kind of want to touch on real quick. Depending on when you're watching this, how many people are watching this, it may or may not help, or, you know, whatever. But I do want to say, if you are unaware of the hashtag Team Seas, SEAS, Team Seas. A while ago, there was a group of YouTubers who banded together, and they created hashtag Team Trees. And what was happening with Team Trees is people would donate, and for every dollar donated, a tree was planted. And I want to say there was something like 20 million trees planted on Team Trees. It's a way to affect our carbon footprint in the world. They have created a new one. That new one is Team Seas, and the way that that works is for every dollar that you donate, you will be removing 1 pound of trash from our oceans. They're doing a mixture of mechanical, using the floating trash collectors, and you know, human-based, where they'll be having people out there actually removing trash from beaches and stuff like that. Check out the hashtag Team Trees. I know Mr. Beast is running it. I know Mark Rober is a part of it. Some of the other YouTubers that I watch on the regular do have something to do with it. So go ahead and check them out and see. If it's something that speaks to you, make a donation. I personally have done a $50 donation to Team Seas. In my real world life, I'm an avid kayaker. I always try to pull trash out when I go kayaking, and this is just something that will continue to help as time moves on. So if you do have the ability to donate to Team Seas, you know, I'd appreciate that. The world would appreciate it. You'd be doing some good, and it doesn't take a whole lot. $1 removes 1 pound of trash. You can't really get any easier than dropping off $1. If it means, you know, skipping the cup of coffee or whatever so you can pull a pound of trash out, think about the number of Starbucks cups that actually float around in our ocean, and it's almost disturbing. So if you can donate, great. If not, that's great too. I'll put the hashtag down. Look at that scythe. Gonna let you guys listen to this here.
The other Cornins went back to Gandhara. Why did General Kayet stay?
Hey, She's still alive.
Fools, you are all doomed.
Why are you here? What do you want?
Abaddon will eat your eyes.
I don't think she's listening to you.
You cannot stop it. You will all perish. Nightfall comes.
We won, right? She was the villain, and we killed her. It's all over, right?
That depends on who else was involved in this.
War Marshal Varish.
Varish Asa? Is she a part of this?
I heard the two of them talking about Abaddon earlier.
Then it's not all over. We have much more work to do.
Now that the cutscene's over, I'll finish that thought up, but just go ahead, check it out. If you can afford to donate, that's awesome. If you can't, thank you anyway. Really appreciate it. Share the information with somebody else, and that's doing the best that you can do. Thank you everybody for watching this video. That is the end of how we beat that mission. We're going to head on out. We'll get into editing and probably do a live stream after this. Thank you again, everybody, for joining me today. I really appreciate your time.